Welcome to the 15th hole of the Adventure Golf unit. This hole, we're beginning to look at solid figures, and solid figures are figures that are three-dimensional or take up space. In the previous examples that you see on this slide here, these are all two-dimensional figures that lie flat on your paper. The figures we're going to start to look at today will actually rise up out of your paper. So a square, side length squared, base times height, base times height, base times height, but I'm going to split that in half because a triangle is half of a parallelogram. Trapezoid, again, I'm averaging my bases and then dividing by 2, or averaging my bases by adding them together and dividing by 2, and then I multiply by the height. Area of a circle is pi times radius squared. Pi times diameter gives me circumference, or 2 times pi times the radius. The 2 times the radius is equal to the diameter, so these two formulas both work the same. Please pause the screen if you need to copy vocab. You can see prisms at the top, cube at the bottom. The bases are two parallel and congruent faces. I want to go back to this slide and just show you on the actual figure where these are. This would be a three-dimensional figure. A face would be this whole flat side, and an edge would be where two faces come together. So that would be an edge, this would be an edge, this would be an edge, this would be an edge. Again, this is a prism. The bases of this prism would be rectangles. This is a cube where all sides are congruent, or the base, the height, and the width are all congruent. A cylinder is a 3D figure with congruent bases that are circles, so the bases here are circles. And then a cone would be a shape that has a circular base but comes up to a point. Pyramid, there are many different types of pyramids. We are most familiar with rectangular pyramids or square pyramids, and then triangular pyramids. But most figures, most shapes can be made into pyramids. And that just has one shape as its base, and then it has triangular faces, and they come up to a point. And a sphere is, if I take the center point of the sphere and I put points in every different direction around it an equal distance from the center point, it creates what we think of as a ball or a round object, which is, in math terms, a sphere. You are now ready to get online and print out the 15th hole scorecard.